I want to start with a quote, an infamous quote from CD Projekt Red. Now, this video isn't about Cyberpunk 2077. This is about the fall and further fall of CD Projekt Red. This is a company that once said, and I quote, "No BS, we leave greed to others." That's what they're talking about. CD Projekt Red reaffirmed their commitment remains, telling fans to worry not when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077, adding that they should think nothing less than The Witcher 3 and will be assuredly no hidden catch if fans that get what they pay for. Succinctly punctuated by no BS and the parting shot of "we leave greed to others." This is a comment that buried a lot. This is a statement that carried a ton of weight inside the gaming community, a community that has been punished by overly monetized video games and time gating, and cash gating, pay to win, infecting the AAA video game scene. It was so refreshing to hear this. I probably even made a video at the time praising CD Projekt Red for standing out in front of everybody else and saying, we're different. Then came the launch of Cyberpunk 2077. And we as customers, many of us maybe possessed unfair expectations for Cyberpunk 2077. Many, though, very realistic and reasonable expectations, and the game was a huge letdown for many. Sure, there are the hardcore fans that say the game is the best thing they've ever played and there was never anything wrong with it and everybody's just a hater, and maybe they had the perfect experience. Maybe they had a clean PS4 and it ran good, or maybe their expectations were just lower. Sometimes lowered expectations is a great thing, just like that dating show from Mad TV, Lowered Expectations, and it's like ugly people. Anyway, it's possible, but the fact of the matter is there was a lot of content that Cyberpunk 2077 didn't have at launch, and even I, who pre-ordered the game, haven't gone back to it. I'm just going to wait a year until the game runs better and it pulls out better, and they have more content added to it. But now there's a Witcher mobile game, which is essentially a ripoff of Pokemon Go with a Witcher skin. You might argue that, hey, CDPR didn't work on this. They hired some third party to do it, and this isn't really a stain on them. And there's probably some credence to that. The fact that I doubt that CD Projekt Red's primary development was on this, but The Witcher Monster Slayer, a new free-to-play mobile game, is out now. Fans of The Witcher can create their own legacy by embarking on an adventure in their own neighborhood. By the way, I think this game is going to help a lot of people get up and move around, myself included. It's worth playing for a little while, but at the end of the day, it looks bad, plays bad, and we'll get into that. So, but every major website is writing about how amazing it is. I couldn't find a single negative article. Granted, games that are free to play generally get a cushier acceptance. Monster Slayer, the mobile free-to-play exploration game, brings the RPG to real life with location-based hunts set before the time of Geralt of Rivia, which I'm going to play this with my dogs at the park later. We'll see. Now available on Android, Google Play, and the App Store. If you're familiar with Pokemon Go, this game is a similar concept where you must wander the outdoors in in-game adventure. It's more than just finding random creepy monsters. Players can track, examine habits, and fight deadly beasts in this AR, augmented reality game. You can also embark on quests and build up your character's skill level. The Witcher's Monster Slayer uses real-time weather and time of day to hunt down monsters for an immersive experience. If you're really into dark fantasy, why not go for a walk at night, and maybe you'll see what's finding lingering in the shadows. This is via GameSpot. This basically is an advertisement for the game. Now, the game was developed by Spoko, which actually is a part of CD Projekt Red. Well, I'm finding that out in real time, and that's disappointing. Maybe it is just specifically the mobile market. But, of course, the launch has been bad, but that's not even what I want to talk about. What I'm actually curious about is is this even on Metacritic? Do they do mobile games on there? I wonder. I actually don't even know. Yes. 78. 78. I don't see it. If we look at let's look at the gameplay, because that's what matters. If we look at yesterday, there was an official launch title and launch video. 2.7 thousand upvotes, 2.4 thousand downvotes. Because of you essentially just get this like, you know, all trailer for the game, a very PC trailer, because we all know, you know, everybody's perfect in every way, but you end up with just this cringe, like, I don't know how to even describe it. It's just weird. It's like people that are too old to be riding bikes in towns apparently are, and you got this guy and the girl. I'm actually upset that she's not in a wheelchair or something like that, differently abled in some way. But you see the comments. Geralt of Rivia is rolling in his grave. Is there any part of this game that involves me visiting a brothel? Oh, wow, it's exactly like playing The Witcher. Just take out the playing part and the Witcher part. I mean, you know, next thing they'll be asking, you all have phones, right? So it's Pokemon Go with a grumpier setting. You know, I don't know. Like, this game is just, I mean, why? Here's a cat. Yeah, here you go. We leave greed to others, but we leave milking to CD Projekt Red. We just saw Witcher 3 get ported to the Switch. You know, and I think that's a great place for it. It's a great game and a great opportunity to play through it, like, on the road. But, like, this gameplay, by the way, getting absolutely eviscerated here in the comments, too. A 3-1 downvote. And we just have, let's just take a look at some of this gameplay together, because I think even for a mobile game, this looks pretty bad. Look how they massacred my boy. CDPR has completely fallen from a beloved company to an EA child. Whoever's been in charge of CD Projekt Red for the past 5 years deserves to be fired. Witcher 3 ended, and suddenly they've lost all their professionalism. Now all they can do is large, broken games or quick, easy money grabs that are so apparently, and they are apparently so boring that even Uncle Vesemir wouldn't make Siri have to sit through it. Looks really bad for a mobile game. That's impressive in a sad, sad way. It just keeps getting worse for CDPR. IGN is promoting this like a AAA game. Some things are better left unspoken about. Of course, they're getting paid for it. But look at this. Oh, I need to plug my headphones in so I can hear it. Just take a quick look at this. I mean, ooh, wow.
Nice work with the Ghoul Witcher. Very cool.
And by the way, phones nowadays are capable of high-end graphics. Why does this guy's face look like it's from, you know, Elder Scrolls from 10 years ago?
Looks like you're ready for the final exam.
At least there's
Unless you'd prefer to practice on dummies first.
At least there's some voice acting. Why? This isn't how people want to play The Witcher. You actually kept the tutorial in here? Okay, so you have some information on it. I always like how they have auto. Yeah. Fight it, yeah. So is every background the same? Oh, this is so bad. Ah, they got like a text message coming through. They didn't even bother editing that out. What actually dropped down there? Oh, hold on. Let's see what's on their daily schedule. Ah, I can't do this on video. Whoever it was didn't bother editing that out. There's probably some information in there. I mean, it just looks so cringe. Like a static background and against like low-res enemies. I do like that there's animation though, and voice acting.
A monster slayer. Every last.
I don't know. It's pretty laughable. Look at it. I mean, just like you're just sitting in the park, like. What is it? I don't know.
Are you all right?
Awful. Awful. A new low for CD Projekt Red. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.